Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone, especially Dr. Hana. Today, I, along with my group mates Hakim, Rico, Aisha, Efa, Erina and Hanisa, will be presenting on our assignment in this video. First of all, let's start with the study area. A study area in general are geographic boundaries created to define the extent of an analysis. This is created when starting a project to ensure a set of data and analysis is confined to the specific area. In other words, it is the area directly relevant and essential to cover for a study or research. For our assignment, we have chosen Taman Daya, a housing scheme in Johor Bahru, as our study area. Our goal is to analyze the residential market price, specifically for double-story terrace houses in that locality over a 5-year period from 2015 to 2019. Taman Daya is a suburb in Johor Bahru. The township was opened in 1992. Before that, it was regarded to be a village which economy relies heavily on agriculture. The main crops grown and harvested were rubber and oil palm. However, all that changed in the late 1980s as Taman Daya was successfully developed into one of the main residential areas in Johor Bahru. The developer responsible is now known as Kek Seng Sdn Bhd, and they are also in charge of several planned and future developments. Overall, the Taman Daya area has a corrugated surface and a great natural irrigation, hence making it very suitable for agriculture back in the days. It is basically an ongoing mixed housing development planned to be a self-contained township. The types of properties include low and medium cost houses, single and double story shop houses, light industrial workshops, commercial centers and others. Other properties in the immediate vicinity of the study area comprise of double-story terrace houses of similar design and construction and etc. The main facilities situated are Berjaya Driving School, Daya Port Shopping Complex, JPJ Johor State Headquarters, Puspakom and also an Econ Safe. Taman Daya is located to the southeast of Pasir Gudang and lies about 15 kilometers to the south of Johor Bahru City Centre. The study area is accessible from the Johor Bahru City Centre via major highways such as the North-South Expressway and Pasir Gudang Highway. The township is well connected accessibility-wise and is nearby to many other neighbouring cities. The majoring housing estates include Mount Austin, Taman Delima, Setia Indah, Bandar Ratu On, Setia Eco, Taman Seri Austin and Taman Ada Heights. Besides that, Johor Bahru City Council provides the public services to the area. Public transportation in forms of buses and taxis is available within the vicinity. The public amenities available in Taman Daya include shops, restaurants, petrol stations, schools, places of worship and children playgrounds. Future developments by Kek Seng Group in Taman Daya include TD Central. TD Central is going to be an exclusive 30-acre drive-through outlet city with an anchor hypermarket, banquet restaurant, 24-hour F&B outlets, service hubs, showrooms, entertainment, wellness and lifestyle centers. It was expected to open in December 2020, but delays are unavoidable due to the current movement control order implemented by the government. One of the existing commercial centers is TD Point Retail Mall, also by the same developer, which was opened in the third quarter of 2019. The uniqueness of TD Point Retail Mall, differing it from other commercial venues, lie in its sizable ample parking bays, averaging 7 bays per retail unit, abundant landscape green spots and its low density built-up. Furthermore, Taman Daya isn't quite the tourist attraction or destination as opposed to neighbouring townships such as Mount Austin. Most travellers will have to opt for homestays or bed and breakfast stays as there are limited hotels and not a single 5-star hotel in Taman Daya. Additionally, the weather in Taman Daya is pretty similar to most lowlands in Peninsular Malaysia. The hottest months, however, are in May to June, when an average temperature of 81 Fahrenheit is received during the day. The coldest months are usually January and February, where it usually receives around 9 inches of rainfall. Next, as required by the assignment, we requested previous transactions from the Valuation and Property Services Department, JPPH Johor Bahru. We filtered the scope down to double-story terrace houses within Taman Daya and asked for 30 transactions per year for 5 years from 2015 to 2019. We submitted a consent letter from our faculty's administration office and JPPH got back to us after 3 weeks. Transactions consist of data such as address, landlord, MFA, AFA, and others. However, we noticed some irregularities with the data received. After a check with private valuers, they mentioned that it is common when requesting for a big set of data, as most of the transactions are keyed in manually and there is always unavoidable room for human error. As a matter of fact, Taman Daya is a fully freehold township, as to why there are no leasehold properties in our transaction. In addition, we use the pivot table function to help relate, justify, and further describe on our study area. A pivot table is a data summarization tool that is used in the context of data processing. Pivot tables are used to summarize, sort, reorganize, group, count, total, or average data stored in a database. It allows its users to transform columns into rows and rows into columns. In other words, it is a tool built that allows you to summarize large quantities of data quickly and easily. Based on the 150 transactions, 30 of them were Bumi lots, while a staggering 120 were non-Bumi or known as international lots. It can be said that more than one-third of the Bumi lots properties were transacted in 2019, whilst the least was in 2017, which only saw one Bumi lot transaction out of the 30. After that, the units transacted consist of 11 corner lots, 13 end lots, and 126 intermediate or middle lots. It is to no surprise that every year the transactions are dominated by intermediate lots. End lots and corner lots generally average 2 each year, in exception of no corner lots sold in 2018, and triple the average units sold in 2016, which is 6. Besides that, even though all the properties consist of double-story terrace houses, they vary in number of rooms, land area, MFA, and AFA. For the number of bedrooms, the data is slightly questionable, but we presume them to be accurate in our analysis. The number of rooms range from 2 to 4, whereas 2 is kind of unlikely considering that it is a double-story terrace house. According to our pivot table analysis, 92 of the transactions were 3-bedroom units, 54 were 4-bedroom units, and only 4 were 2-bedroom units. Overall, all the 2-bedroom units were transacted in 2016. As a whole, the land area, MFA, and AFA is recorded in square meters in the JPPH database. A square meter is exactly 10.7639 square feet. The total land area transacted in the 5 years was a grand total of 23,564 square meters, which MFA was 19,646 and the AFA was only 6,560. The average MFA is 131 square meters while the average AFA is only 44 square meters. The mean land area out of all the transactions is 157 square meters, with the highest being 329 square meters and the lowest at a jaw-dropping 69 square meters. Last but not least is the most important type of data, which is the transaction price. The 150 transactions resulted in a total of just over 59 million, which averaged around 11.8 million per year. As expected, intermediate lots comprise of 80.5% of the total transactions. The analysis also suggests that the land area for residential in the locality is around 250 per square foot.
Descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics are brief descriptive coefficients that summarize a given data set, which can be either a representation of the entire or a sample of a population. Descriptive statistics are broken down into measures of central tendency and measures of variability. Descriptive statistics based on the data for Taman Daya Johor Bahru shown statistics for range, minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation and also variance. The statistics show clearly stated the minimum value of transaction price, which is Rm292,500, and the maximum value is Rm713,000. It also clearly shown that the range of transaction price is about Rm420,500. Therefore, the mean for the entire price is Rm436,983, and we can find an error in this price as much Rm17 plus thousand. The result of standard deviation is Rm98,182. As we can see, the maximum of land area in this housing scheme is 302 per square meter, which the number of bedroom is 4. Meanwhile, the minimum of land area is 111 per square meter, which the number of bedroom is 3. The main floor area for this housing scheme is between 83.33 square meter to 161 square meter. And lastly, standard deviation for this main floor area is 19.38.
This is part correlation analysis, when this data based on in Taman Daya Johor Bahru within 2015 until 2019. Correlation is a technique to investigate the relationship between two quantitative and continuous variables. This number measure the strength and duration of the linear relationship between two variables. I will give an example. If you look in the table, land area between main floor area, actually this data like correlation matrix. We have two rows, one for week, one for week, and we have two columns, one for week and one for week, where each row and columns intersect. If we see the correlation between two variables, so in this quadrant of the matrix, we see the percent correlation between land area and main floor area. It is 1. It is a perfect correlation. The correlation coefficient can range from -1 to +1, with -1 indicating a perfect negative correlation and +1 indicating a perfect positive correlation, and 0 indicating no correlation at all. The significant two-tails value in the table is 0.05. This is value the same as the minimum standard value of 0.5. Because of this, we can conclude that there is a statistically significant correlation between two variables, and n is number of data that was used in the correlation, where our group only take 30 data each year to be input into the system.
Multiple regression. As can be seen from the result, the value of our R-square is 0.449, which means that 44.9% of the total variance in the variable has been explained. In coefficient table, all variable relationship have an impact on the value of building transaction price, either it can be low or high. In 2019, 2016 and 2015, the transaction price believed to depreciate at 23,550 ringgit, 64 cents, 32,611 ringgit, 9 cents and 54,311 ringgit 39 cents. However, in 2017, The transaction price also decreased by more than 100,000 ringgit, which is the actual depreciation value is RM127,583 ringgit 78 cent. The depreciation value of transaction price is due to the changes in the variable, either it being improved or downgraded. Each increase of 1 square meter for land area has resulted on increase in transaction price of 750 ringgit 47 cent. The increasing value of land floor area has recorded on increasing of transaction price as well as 1,837 ringgit 33 cent for 1 square meter. Every additional number of bedroom for a residential causes to increasing value at 51,353 ringgit 55 cent. Throughout the analysis we had done, no independent variable is chosen as a model for our variable.